I'm still concerned about the fact that you admitted that Arthur Chen helped you write your bar exam.
I
No,
agree.
he did it. No, he did it.
DMs.
I
No,
agree.
he did. He didn't help me write it. He just kind of guided me through the exam.
It's
read
interesting.
Okay, yeah, we order in silence. Order in silence. It'll be order in silence, Mr. Rummy. It'll be order in silence.
The court is now in session, awaiting law enforcement to bring someone for a probable cause.
All right.
Maybe next year. Who knows?
It's true. Don't tell me it's not.
Maybe send the thing over the radio a few more times that says they have to come here for citations and arrests, just so they see it.
I told them that already, but they didn't.
You only
Hello,
sent it once.
I'm gonna do a great job,
up,
y'all.
Peace
I'm
Miss-
gonna really impress you all.
Mr. Chief
Compose-
Judge. I would
compose
just
yourself.
like to
Compose
let
yourself.
you know when cops hear that there's a PC hearing, we avoid citations and arrests at all costs. I'm not even making that up. That's a real thing.
Hey.
I just wanted to.
Okay,
Let's
thank you.
say
Sit
that.
down.
It turns out law enforcement just stopped doing their job whenever judges in the server speak.
You know, I'm sure.
Actually, we actually like.
I'm sure Theseus
have
would
a
be a good
legitimate
attorney here.
Okay. Hello, Justice Frostbleed is in the audience. Hello, Justice.
Oh shit.
Hi,
He's there.
Justice Frostbleed.
Rare.
How are you doing? It's rare sighting.
Let him up.
Yeah,
Let him
Justice
up.
Frostbleed doesn't come in. No. Hi. I gave him an invite. He hasn't accepted it yet. Hello, Justice
go.
Frostbleed. Hello. Hi.
Oh, hello. I was not expecting to speak, but hello.
Hello, Justice Frostbleed. Would you
Holy
like to host a
shit!
probable
He's
cause?
alive. He's alive.
Of course. I'm always
Holy
watching from above.
shit.
This guy's
Watching
in the
from
Rust
above.
programming language.
I thought this guy
Discord.
was clinically dead.
Me?
Me
Nah,
too.
we're always
Yeah.
auditing, or we're behind the scenes there in the Supreme Court.
The William Rehnquist committee came out, and all the Supreme Court justices immediately came back. So
When is the Supreme Court coming back from vacation?
No, it's a permanent vacation, unfortunately. Funded by the taxpayers. We appreciate it.
We don't pay taxes.
Oh, well, you're
You don't pay tax?
pleasure,
Oh,
I
I'm
suppose.
gonna have to talk to the DOJ on that one.
Ridgeway IRS, please.
Okay. The DOJ could not stop me before, and they cannot stop me now.
Well, sounds like a challenge.
Okay, I find the fact that there's still the cops have brought no one for the
I
past
will
5 minutes
believe
highly concerning
I'm
because they
not
usually arrest 2 people per minute.
Okay, fine. I'll false arrest someone for you guys. Jesus.
Oh, thanks, Beast Download.
What did he say? What?
They'll false arrest somebody.
Thank you, Beast Download.
Okay, so Nicholas, do you have any questions and do you understand what's going to happen?
So essentially, it's like a preliminary. It's like when you're arrested and you get processed, you're getting pretty much booked. It's like a preliminary hearing of
Pretty much like initial appearance. Basically.
The judge decides whether there's probable cause to actually arrest or cite the person.
and the charges get read out and
Yeah.
probable cause and blah blah blah.
Exactly. So,
Weren't we
Yeah,
doing one without Nicholas first, and he can watch, and then we're
Yeah.
doing.
He's
Yeah.
watching.
Okay.
He's watching.
Yes, just making sure.
just watching for the first one and the second one, he's
Put
gonna
him in
be
the gallery.
basically-
Put him in the gallery.
I'll be in the gallery. I'll sit my good boy self in the gallery.
Nicholas,
You are wearing sunglasses inside too, Mr. Rummy.
Nicholas, never say that again.
Nicholas is also bald. Highly interesting.
Here's what, Your Honor, I believe they're both stoners.
They are.
And my gummies are
Are
not
you
really
calling-
kicking in yet.
Are you calling this court a stoner? Look into my eyes.
Bro,
Correct.
You're just a
Correct. Go ahead. There's a reason you hire me when you want to sue people, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, still, it's true. All right, where are the cops?
So what is
Um,
Joseph? So what is Joseph doing?
He's
Curious.
recording. He's the media.
I refuse to believe that. Okay, they either are that either Peace Download wasn't lying and they've just stopped. They've just given people warnings for like first-degree murder now,
There's also no civilians.
or me, there's no civs. There's a bunch of
I
civs.
literally went to the ghetto, the hood, the heavily actually I won't say that. That might get me in trouble. Sterling Hood has no criminals. Palmer, no
Can
criminals.
we just reenact Robin's?
I
PC
even
hearing?
profiled somebody.
What did you say?
They got an RFLID.
I want to reenact your PC hearing. All of it.
How's this for
No.
buzz?
No,
on,
it sucks.
come
we're not
on.
doing that.
Wait,
Come
do you
on.
mean
Wait,
wait?
I'm
Do you
about
mean
to
the
get into a
GD Steel
pursuit.
one? Do you mean the GD Steel one?
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely, I
yes,
do.
yes.
Oh, okay. I'm on board with that one.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm totally on
In
board.
the interest of time,
That one-
maybe we should let Nicholas just jump right in.
Wait, I'm in a pursuit. Wait, no, I lost.
Oh,
it.
shit.
Never
Let
mind.
Oh,
let
Okay,
no,
cops
'cause
are
he's
Wait, no, I
never-
found him.
He's never seen. You got him? Okay.
We
Wait, no,
might
no,
get
like, I'm
someone
chasing him.
shortly. They're pursuing someone.
You
If he's
allegedly
chasing
have
he's
him.
not gonna get
Allegedly.
caught.
I can't text and drive, so like I'm the only one in this pursuit right now.
Hey, there's two cops in the audience. There's 072Y.
You think I'm in Capilot's gonna help?
Hecky, why don't you go arrest somebody?
Okay, I crashed. Fuck.
I'll say less.
Great.
All
Oh.
right, let's do this.
Not
Oh, I
me.
guess I'll
Wait,
preside.
Techie, get a goddamn helicopter.
Yes, I
I
gotta
can't.
There's
Yes, I
nobody
gotta
in
preside.
game that can co-pilot, so I
Listen,
can't.
Techie, those rules are long gone. Those
I'll
rules
co-pilot.
are long gone.
If I do that, Silenter will come back and he will do things to me. So I'm good.
Poor Hecky. Okay.
Can you hire like 3 clerks to go to every police station and monitor them, and then not have to say over the radio that PC hearings are compelled, but just compel them when they start arresting people, so that the cops don't intentionally avoid arresting people? Be wonderful.
Do the cops around here don't like arresting people because of the
No, it's
Because-
mostly just
This
it
act
ends
got
in a
passed an hour
shootout.
ago, so it's a very new feature.
Becky. Becky, what are we gonna call our
Oh, fuck,
firm,
it
brother?
crashed.
What are we calling the firm?
Legacy legal.
No, Legacy
let me-
Legal
let me
should
look something
die.
up.
What the hell? It had a good logo though. B Stanlow, did you get the guy
Okay.
yet?
Oh wait, I think I found him. I lost him, but I think I found him. This guy's an idiot. He's driving the dirt.
All right. In the meantime, Nicholas, let me give you a tour of this courtroom. So this is the main area, obviously. Searcher. Back here we have
Oh, this fucker.
a holding cell, and then also this computer the cops can like book people on. So that's what this is for. You can open that door. Downstairs we have a parking garage.
This hallway is chambers, actually.
Yeah, this hallway is chambers. This is where we hold all of our private conversations. We have a parking garage down here.
1, 2.
It's always interesting. Some helpful plastered signs. You know, you always gotta have some signs. And then if you come up here, we've got this is a picture of the Supreme Court. This is a picture of our lovely Chief Justice. This is, if you go across the hall, this is the Senate chamber for the meetings.
Oh, where not feelings can't get a quorum half the time. Gotcha.
That's where serious
Yeah.
shit occurs, boy.
Arthur, you should go sit on the dais.
Hey,
Sit on the
is
dais.
there a reason? Is there a
I'm
reason
not
you're
sitting on
talking
the
shit?
dais. No.
Come on.
Is there a reason you're talking shit right now?
Oh, I can't change it.
Nicholas Snyder's a bitch.
And
Fuck
then
you,
B
Nicholas
Stanlow, are you
there's
still chasing that
this
guy?
balcony
I lost
here.
him.
Oh my god.
I found another victim. I mean suspect.
So wait, where's the state prosecutor's office at?
I don't get
You think
one.
state prosecutors got an office?
They sort of have an office, but it's a different building.
It's across the street.
Yeah, it's across the street.
Oh, let me see. I want to see.
Who blew up my car? Some asshole just blew up my car. What the
Robin,
fuck? Someone find that guy. I want him in contempt. I'm
Not
pissed.
that big of a deal, man. Calm down.
I have
Calm
no
down.
cars. I have to spawn a lawnmower to go buy
Hey,
one.
Nicholas, here, take a jog with me.
Great.
Take a jog.
I'm never leaving my car spawn to get in the courtroom. Horrible.
So this over here is the fire department, and then this is like a local park, you know, with all these cute little like boot lamps.
Yo,
and-
this is so much better developed than Newsom.
I know I know, right? And then over here, this is this is like a mixed government building, but this is mostly where we handle the Department of Justice stuff. So
God. Oh wait, I'm back.
what? So if and when you become a prosecutor, you use this computer here to change teams to Department of Justice because it has the seal on it. And then there's just mixed office space here. And then this is mostly where
All right, we got one. He's coming in.
all right.
Oh, finally.
Well, I'll show him his future boss's office.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he'll come work for us in the
Kick
firm.
Thunder. Why'd you kick Thunder? What did he do?
He fucking cuffed me, bro, and he left
Alright,
me in a
bro.
goddamn car.
Alright, you can stop. You can stop. You can stop.
So,
can stop.
Also, if you want
That
to talk
picture needs to
his,
change.
What do you mean? If
Thanks,
I want to talk to who? To who?
your client, because you're going to
Where
be
is he?
doing the first one.
Where is he?
You should be going to lockup.
He's not here.
The cops are
Patriot?
en route. Okay. Give them.
He's
Give
Where's
walking
Nicholas
as
Sire?
Be patient.
slow as humanly possible.
Where is
Government-
Nicholas Sire?
Government annex. That's where we're at.
Bring him
Pete,
back.
Where are you?
We're coming.
We need the judge
I'm
back
at,
because they've brought in the suspect.
You're where?
Okay, we're marching back now.
Where are you, Peace?
I'm free now. I'm free.
Oh. You know we're ready.
How is it?
So,
10 PM? What the fuck?
Once
Robin, when he gets here, can you?
Can I what?
When Nicholas gets here, can you send him to lockup, please?
Yes.
send him to lockup. All right, we are going to convene. We are now in order.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus.
Who's the arresting officer?
Amazing cool guy.
Amazing cool guy. Copy. Could Mr.
So what
could
was
you
he
direct
brought
Amazing
in
Cool
for?
Guy to the stage?
Being a pet. I mean, I don't know.
The amazing cool guy is not in the voice chat.
Can you direct him to join the voice chat?
I am. Why is there so many people on the
Wait, this
stage?
the guy that fled earlier.
He's here.
Amazing guy cool has joined.
Okay. I'll send him an invite to speak.
I don't know if he will.
That's fine.
That's fine. If he doesn't want to speak, that's okay. Becky, are you
The rest
serving
of
as
us are
counsel
gonna
for the group?
Mike.
I can, but I don't know if he wants me
That's
to.
fine, Mr. Cool Guy. All right, is
I've got a suspect.
You
Oh,
are late.
I've got a
yeah,
suspect,
Oh,
guys.
that's
Well, I
fine.
guess
He's
we can
gonna
do
have
it
to wait.
sometime,
He's gonna
yeah.
have to wait.
Oh,
more.
I don't got a suspect anymore.
Oh,
okay. Let's just keep looking for another one. We'll handle this, Mr. Cool Guy. Just remain in that table. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Just having their little conference in the back. We don't want them to get a little bit disturbed by the government coming in and touching them.
What?
This guy might try and bomb you.
Is there someone outside?
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Council, how's it looking back there?
We're wrapping up soon.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. I'm hereby appointing Mr. Techie acting bailiff for my court today.
Okay.
Mr. Bailiff, can you please secure all doors? Secure all doors. Thank
Am I
you.
a flight attendant? What is this?
Mr. Chen, will you please have a law enforcement officer remove us from the cell?
Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Can you verify straps, cross check, and send phone call? Thank you.
What's this guy just say?
The process could be like grab my client, please.
Yeah. All right. Does this man want to join the stage, the defendant, or no?
I don't know. I told him we were here, and he.
Do you think he's even in the Discord?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking now. Okay. Let me get out my report form for all parties once I finish filling it out. Of course, this here. So. All right. For the government, are you ready to proceed? Or sorry, arresting officer, are you ready to proceed? Okay. House for the defendant, please enter appearances. Could do so orally.
Not going for that bunch.
Mr. Rami, are you going to be participating in this hearing or no?
Give him a
I
second.
am, and I already have a motion ready to go. In a second.
No. It's not
What?
how this
Once you're
works.
done.
What?
No, I'm aware. I've done hundreds of probable cause hearings.
We don't
I'm
do
aware
those
how they
things.
work.
Okay.
No. I have
Okay.
something up my sleeve.
It's supposed to be
All right.
simple.
All right, arresting officer, can you please come on up? Hello, sir. Can you please state your name, your department, and the charges? The charges that you are charging this vehicular assault. Okay, is vehicular
Can
assault
we
the only
swear him in, please? Can we swear him in, please?
Yes, the clerk will administer the oath.
Oath or affirmation, sir, religious or non-religious. Do you
You are
solemnly
also
swear to
invited.
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? The officer has responded in the affirmative.
You are invited on the stage. Amazing. If you want.
It's not Mike.
Oh. L.
Arthur, do you want to do a contempt one? Because there's a guy outside I can get for contempt.
Yes. If you get him, I'll do OSC. Okay.
No, I mean,
All right. Thank you. Is vehicular assault the only charge that you're charging this man with? Okay. Thank you. You may begin your narrative, sir. Great start. That conclude your statement. Okay, thank you. You can take a seat. Can you please bring the defendant up to the lectern?
Come stand up here, brother.
The defendant is in the stage now, by the way.
Okay, thank you. Hello, sir. Mr. Clark, could you please swear in the defendant?
Religious or non-religious? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Defendant has responded in the affirmative.
Okay, thank you. All right, sir, you were charged with one count of vehicular assault in violation of Ridgeway Vehicle Code Section 7.22. It's defined as, quote, the act of operating a motor vehicle and intentionally striking a vehicle or person, close quote, is a felony punishable by up to 10 minutes in jail. Do you understand the charge and penalties as I've just read them to you? Okay. Sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to have an attorney appointed before you before any police questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you at the government's expense. You understand that?
You have.
Yes,
You have.
sir.
That,
Yeah.
Indeed.
I just gotta tell you that either way. So, okay, wonderful. And do you understand that, notwithstanding the outcome of these proceedings today, the Department of Justice may choose to file charges against you for a full criminal trial? Do you understand that? All right, I'll take that as a yes. Counsel, will you be contesting today?
We will be contesting, Your Honor.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, please have a seat. Go with Mr. Rummy and have a seat. Hello, Your Honor. We're having a good
Hello.
the fact of the matter is simple. The charge of vehicular assault requires that the defendant intentionally strike a vehicle or person. My client, simply, a man who lives for the exhilarating thrill of driving quickly, did not intentionally strike anything, let alone the trooper with which he is alleged to have struck intentionally. The deputy makes no allegation of
Sorry, one
state of
second.
mind.
The gentleman in the back will suspend. Thank you.
Yeah, really.
Sorry.
um, the deputy makes no allegation of a state of mind. He makes no allegation of mens rea. He makes no allegation of any kind of intentionality to my client's actions, and thus the glove clearly does not fit, and he cannot be charged with vehicular assaults in this court right now. I'd like to point out that the bailiff, bringing up past records, has no
The bailiff will suspend. Thank you.
effects. No, and I like judicial notice taken that per case law and statutory law that his previous records, which may or may not be valid, we're not going to dispute that today, have no effect on his guilt or innocence in these proceedings here.
Notice are taken.
Unless you have questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, I actually have a question for the officer, so we can go ahead and take a seat, counsel. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Counsel, I did notice that in your narrative that there hasn't been anything to speak as to if this act was intentional or simply reckless. I'd wondering if you could shed some light on that, perhaps.
Very speculative.
Your Honor, Your Honor. What
Okay,
the hell?
gentleman will suspend. Yes, counsel.
Your Honor, the word he just used, or the words, sorry, the phrase he used was "had to have," as in the deputy makes no allegation of knowing any fact whatsoever. He's guessing.
Pure speculation. Your Honor.
Is he not making?
It
Is
is.
he not making an educated guess based on his training, knowledge, and experience?
I respectfully disagree, Your Honor. Fundamentally, the issue is this: the officer right now is covering for the fact that he has no intentionality to allege.
And
He did not allege. Will my apprentice be quiet and sit down?
Sorry.
Thank you. He has no intentionality to allege, Your Honor, and thus he did not allege it to begin with. Now, when confronted about it, he brings up the fact that he had to have done this, right? Or he would have done this back when the alleged offense was occurring, but he makes no allegation that that is the case whatsoever. The fact remains that only when confronted is he now trying to allege some secondary intention without, first of all, alleging it to begin with, and second of all, without alleging that his driving was with the intention of striking the person, right? It's very possible to recklessly or unintentionally drive up on a sidewalk. And it's whose iMessage is going off? That's crazy. And it's very easy to equally unintentionally, drive towards someone without realizing they are there, or without intending to hit them, or with the state of mind that you had room to go around them.
Okay, the gentleman in the back will suspend. That is the second time I've had to tell you to be quiet.
Please turn your mouth to silent. It's as simple as that, Your Honor. There's no intentionality alleged in his statement or even in his follow-up. It's all hypothetical, and
it's
no room to find probable cause here.
It's hypothetical, but we can make reasonable inferences given that if he really
But the court has no room to make a reasonable inference when the only evidence offered by the deputy is hypothetical.
Your lawyer.
Sit down. Shut up. If you keep talking, you're going to go to jail.
Sorry.
Sit down and shut up.
Your lawyer is doing a wonderful job representing you. I highly suggest you let him continue doing that. Okay.
As my client just said, Your Honor, sit down, shut up. Shut up. As my client just said, Your Honor, very clearly it was an accident, right? And without intentionality alleged by the deputy or intentionality admitted by my client, can we have that guy put in lockup for the next one?
Yeah.
It was the guy that just came in. Without being alleged by the deputy or admitted by my client, the court has no room to draw a reasonable inference because there is no evidence that supports an inference to the contrary.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. So, officer, I am going to find no probable cause as to count one. However, I will find probable cause as to 7.03 reckless driving causing bodily injury. Since the officer was struck, do you so amend your charge?
Your Honor, we object to the amendment of the charge after the fact, considering it is not a lesser included charge. It is an entirely separate charge altogether. It is not murder and manslaughter. It is not murder and manslaughter, Your Honor. There is no
reckless driving.
But there's no ability to downgrade vehicular assault to reckless driving because they constitute fundamentally different elements, different kinds of elements. Right?
Not striking other vehicles? Is that no longer in the definition? Let me check. I believe reckless driving.
There are 3 or more traffic infractions within a time span. or driving in a manner which disregards the safety of persons or property. Not at all
Jason.
related to the striking of anything. Not at all related to negligence or intentionality in any way. Like there's no parallel here. My client ought to walk free.
Oh well.
There's also not evidence to support, based on the statement. There's not evidence to support, the first part either with the 3 or more traffic infractions and
He was driving
disregard. But there's no
selling donuts in the parking lot.
He does not. That is that an offense?
Come on.
Is that an offense within a parking lot? Is that an offense? I don't think so.
I think that's clearly disregarding the safety of persons or property in their vicinity.
I disagree, Your Honor. I disagree. And where that's not alleged, there can be no finding of probable cause. But that's besides the point. It's not even lesser included, so we can't even go there. My client makes a good point, Your Honor. My client makes a good point.
Oh, sorry. How did I strike the man on the sidewalk? I don't know. That's just what the officer testified.
Well, you know what I think? I think, Your Honor, there's some holes in the officer's story, and seeing as it's not lesser included, and
I
all
agree.
these
I don't think the officer gave a good report, but I do.
and with all these mitigating circumstances already, there can be no probable cause for sure.
We're like 10 minutes past the 5-minute time limit. Can you wrap it up?
Can we order the clerk to be quiet?
No, I second the clerk.
Okay.
I think we should go a little bit here on the reckless driving.
No, I think we need to move on
disagree.
because the whole point of this was that Nicholas could get a shot. So let's wrap
Okay.
this up.
All right. Let's let him go. Wait. Just
Thank you,
one
Your
thing
Honor.
to the deputy. Next time, if you just include the word intentional in your narrative that he intentionally did that, you would have had it. Like, just for next time. If you just said the word intentional,
Please release my client at once.
you would have had it. Okay. All right. No problem. Cause next case.
Okay, Nicholas Sider, come on. Someone let us into the jail cell, please.
Let him into lockup. Okay. The defendant, this past defendant doesn't get to go too, unless you want to go back to jail.
Wait, are we making little guy Joker the bailiff now? Because that's the real bailiff. That's CCS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he should be.
He can do his job again.
He's not invisible.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Mr. Sider. Oh, you need to ask his permission too. That's the thing. All right, to all people who are in the gallery and can hear me, I'm just going to say this one time and one time only. Please do not jump over the bar. Please do not talk when the court is in session, and please do not make any obscene gestures or signs. Thank you. Thank you. We have our yes, the court, the corrections and court services division of the wonderful sheriff's office provides lots of assistance to our judiciary. We are forever grateful for their work. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh dear. If you deal with me on the last couple of minutes, I got For this next hearing, do we know who the arresting officer is? Is it you, Mr. Zoltex? Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Put that on the report.
Can he send me the clip as well?
I'll
Mr.
forward it to you.
Zoltex, do you have a clip?
We have the clip, Your Honor. But we actually won't be submitting it. That's a terrible idea. Now that I think about it, I'm like, no. Why would I submit the clip?
Well, the officer sent the clip to me, so.
We'll be requesting that though, considering it's now discoverable.
I've been on this bench a long time, gentlemen.
We have that clip, Mr. Chen.
Yes, I'm sending that to you now.
Thank you.
Thank you for this.
So Arthur, can I just book this guy? Do you need a probable cause hearing for this?
What did this guy do again?
For what?
Escaped from jail?
He was
Oh.
brought here.
Oh,
What?
sorry.
That's crazy.
Bro, I just saw an inmate in the seats. What do you want from me?
He thought he walked there for about glitched
Yeah,
out to
man.
walk there for about RCS.
Dude, they do that shit sometimes.
Your Honor, we're ready when you are, Your Honor.
Okay, you can come out now. Is your client in the stage?
Looks like no.
Okay, do you want to ask him if he can join the stage? No, that's
I just asked
he doesn't
him.
have to be here. Okay.
He does. He's entitled to
Could,
hear.
Yeah, he's entitled to be here.
He just needs to listen, that's all.
Yeah. All right, could the bailiff please get the attorneys and the defendant out of lockup, place the defendant at counsel table, and secure the doors?
Defendant has entered the stage.
Okay, thank you.
Please cross-check all doors and prepare for takeoff.
Yeah, all right. Cross-check, verify strap, stand by for alcohol.
Stand by for alcohol.
No, all call.
Oh. Maybe I've had
Alcohol,
one too
oh.
many. Maybe I've had one too many.
Court will now hear probable cause for Joshua Nomikos.
Thank you. All right. Would the clerk please administer the oath to the arresting officer?
Religious or non-religious?
I can just speak. Okay.
Oh,
None.
Non-religious, you mean?
Or you don't want to be sworn in?
Okay. You're getting. Okay.
He's like, no. I will lie. I will lie.
I respect it.
He ain't getting caught for perjury today.
Sit the prisoner down, please.
He's about to get banned.
There's
Sir,
plenty
do you
of
have a mic? Thank you.
Lucky
Do you have a
you.
mic, arresting officer? Okay.
It's
that's
better
fine.
for us if he types anyway.
Okay. Can you please state your name, your duty assignment, and your department?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Thank you. And what are you charging this man with? Second degree murder. Okay. Is murder in the second degree the only charge you're pursuing today? All right. Okay, you can begin with your narrative.
What is
That's okay. No worries.
Mr. Sider, could you mute the ominous tone in the
Yeah, please.
Cider?
I don't have the. I don't know what that's not my tone.
That's coming from your mic.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is my bad.
I think he was brushing his teeth.
Best.
I hope you had that copied.
R.I.P.
If you want, you can type it into my DMs and I'll read it aloud. Just to avoid the tags. Let's do that. Just type out your full statement in my DMs and then I'll read it out when finished. Okay. In the meantime, while the officers do this, I just want to welcome everybody to the Superior Court. I appreciate you all being here. I just want to once again tell you that if you are interested in becoming an attorney in this state, you should spam the DMs of Mr. Techie over here, and he'll give you the bar exam.
He'll deny you.
In the Supreme Court Discord State Bar Announcements channel.
Or that too. You can also take a look into the State Bar Announcements channel for the Discord. Yeah, I highly encourage everybody who's even just a little bit interested to try out
Your
the
Honor,
bar
Your Honor,
exam.
could you please check general chat?
Insane.
That's crazy.
Thank you so much,
Arthur, can
Mr.
you-
Counsel.
Can
Okay.
you book these people in holding? Arthur,
Two people are holding.
2 people are in holding. Can we book them?
Holy shit.
One of
We need to
the
do
guy
these
you
faster.
let go earlier.
Why is he in there?
Yes.
He attacked FD with a knife outside
Oh.
the courthouse.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Can we shorten these PC hearings? It's supposed to take 5 minutes. This one's already been going on 10 minutes and nothing's happened.
You can book the 2 guys in here. That's fine.
Okay.
One of them has a
I
warrant too.
Don't know
so
who
he
arrested them though.
Yeah, the 2 guys. If you arrested the 2 guys in lockup.
Are all the cops sitting in the gallery just here asleep on the job, or are they arresting officers for the 2 people
It
in the
is
back?
a free patrol log.
I guess. Can they even do that?
I'm doing it right now.
Peak.
All right, the officer is still messaging me. He hasn't finished typing yet, so in the meantime, I just want to say
Bro was writing
that,
War and Peace.
He's writing a full affidavit in there.
he better, the more the merrier.
Arthur, why do you sound like that? What the fuck?
I had a little too much to drink. Okay. Anyways, proceeding.
A little.
All right. Here we go. Officer testimony. Okay, this is again under oath and from before. He says, quote, upon arriving to the scene, I saw one vehicle, which was a black Actilla. I immediately drove towards the vehicle, which is the old one presently in Palmer. I attempted
Your
to
Honor,
conduct
Your
a
Honor,
traffic
Your Honor,
stop.
Your Honor, Your Honor. Can you slow down,
Yes?
please?
I'll send you this.
You
Still.
just send
Okay.
it in text and like the state.
I detained the suspects due to the shootings heard. Well, as 3 individuals were on scene nearly died, the suspect I detained sent me a clip. Well, as another individual sent me their clip. On clip 1, you can see the suspect obviously killed Mr. Joshua with his Klein. However, on clip 2, you can visualize that Mr. Joshua attempted a revenge killing not only the suspect he attempted to revenge kill, but also hurt a pedestrian. I'm forwarding the clip and the 2 recordings to council now.
Hey, who? Oh, fuck it.
Take a moment to review the
That guy
clips.
is still in lockup. Where's the arresting officer?
I don't know. I told them to go ahead and book.
There we go.
All right, both attorneys received the information. I'm going to take a moment to review it. Okay, all right, review the clips. Thank you. All right, you can take a seat, officer. Thank you. Can we bring up the defendant, please? Sir. All right. Gosh, we're going to told us. All right. All right. Could the clerk please administer the oath to the defendant?
Religious or non-religious?
It's fine, Mr. Defendant.
Do you affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury? Defendant is responding in the affirmative.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. All right, sir. So you're charged today with 1 count of second-degree murder in violation of Ridgeway Criminal Code, Section 3.10. This is defined as, quote, the act of intentionally and knowingly causing death of an individual or of causing with intent serious bodily injury and commits an act clearly dangerous to human life that causes the death of an individual, or of committing or attempts to commit a felony other than manslaughter in the course of and in furtherance of the commission or attempt or an immediate fight for the commission or attempt he commits or attempts to commit an act clearly dangerous to human life. It is a felony punishable by up to 25 minutes in jail. Do you understand the charge and penalties that I've just read them to you? Thank you, sir. Do you understand? I'm just gonna read your rights to you. Do you understand that your right to remain silent and that anything you say or do can be used against you in a court of law? You have the right to have an attorney present before any police questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you at the government's expense. You understand those rights? I just read them to you, sir. And do you understand that notwithstanding the outcome of today's hearing, the Department of Justice may choose to file charges against you to begin a prosecution? Do you understand that? All right, thank you. So let's just answer both the questions. You can have a seat, sir. Counsel, will you be contesting probable cause today?
We will, Your Honor.
Okay,
So-
you may begin your presentation.
Just to begin, Your Honor, I've reviewed, after reviewing the affidavit given in by the arresting officer and reviewing the recordings, there are several flaws in the arresting officer's argument. The officer stated that that the defendant stepped out of his vehicle armed, but then later claimed that Mr. Joshua was killed by another suspect. That is one clear point. There is also, we see a unclear identification of the parties involved, even in the video. In the video, we see that the defendant struck another party, but we can't really see if Mr. Joshua was dead. How could he later attempt revenge killing? This creates a lot of confusion in the sequence of events. The officer refers to the suspect multiple times without distinguishing who in the situation. This ambiguously makes it difficult to determine who committed what actions. And also, there is a lack of probable cause for detainment. The officer states that they detained the defendant due to the shooting that happened, not because what they directly saw of him committing a crime, and detaining someone based off of hearsay, not really and not hearing gunshots without witnessing their involvement may not establish reasonable suspicion or probable cause, given in state statute and and Ridgeway's criminal code. And video evidence contradiction. Clip 1 suggests that the defendant was killed by another suspect. Like I mentioned before, how can he revenge kill if he was already killed? This is logically impossible, Your Honor, unless there's a misidentification or misunderstanding of these clips. We're also seeing that there's a lack of evidence linking the suspect to the initial crime, and the officer detained the defendant, but not mentioned that there was there was direct evidence and we're basing it off solely of a past event and a past clip. And simply being armed or present at scene does not automatically imply guilt, Your Honor. So thereof, this argument is very unclear, inconsistent, and lacks significant probable cause for detainment. The officer's statements clearly contradict themselves, and a reliance on video clips that seem to provide conflicting narratives further just weakens this probable cause hearing. The defense, and we can also argue that the detainment and probable charges were based off of an unreliable and unclear sequence of events.
Okay, so I am agree with you that the sequence of events is unclear. So I actually would like the officer to help me understand this a little bit. So the let's try to understand this here. So the defendant was killed in clip 1, which is a clip provided by Mr. Macombius, right? And he was just gunned down at Blocksmart for no reason after being struck by his car. I understand that. And then after this is when you arrived on scene, and then I'm trying to understand your involvement here, officer. Did you clip number 2? Did the citizen approach you and ask for the arrest? How did that exactly happen? And that was the Black Attila. Okay. And the Black Attila was being driven by the defendant.
Hold on. Excuse me, Your Honor. Can my client
Hold on.
please, please just mute themselves, please? No more talking, please.
They're trying
There's
to
no,
shut up. That's
no. I'm just please just shut up.
thank you. If you tell them that, yeah, nice stuff. Okay. All right. So you. Sorry. Please continue.
Your speculation.
This is not time to object. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, so I'm taking judicial notice of the time here. So the second clip looks like it was recorded at 22, so that's 10:17, 18 PST, and then the other one was recorded at 11, around 11:55.
Very much,
And
Your Honor, if I may say something in regards to in regards to clip two, there's a lot of discrepancy.
Sure.
Clip two, it doesn't really show the defendant really, and sorry, I had a little too much. Sorry, Your Honor, the discrepancy in this clip, Your Honor, is one, the timing just seems all off. Like I said, it's nearly impossible for any sort of revenge killing, and the officer even stated on the under oath that he heard gunshots, but he didn't know if it was directly tied to the defendant's gun. Am I right, officer?
you don't have to question him like that. Okay.
And another thing, Your Honor, is my client. My client also did not even understand what he was being charged for when he was put in locked up. He wasn't read any of his rights.
I know that's not really relevant. No, I understand. It's just not important. So what I'm trying to understand here is that the officer said that this was like a revenge killing, right? And so, officer, maybe you can help me here. So one clip was what's this? So 22:15 is what, 10:15 p.m. PST. So that's 1:15 a.m. EST, right? And the other one was at 23:55 MST. So that one is what? Maybe my math is wrong. Okay. Between those two is 20 feet between them. Alright, I see now. I see. Okay, so this is roughly the same time. I got it. All right, it's just that this one I have to kind of map out for myself to get the series of events straight. So, officer, you testify that this was a revenge killing not only a suspect who attempted to revenge kill, but also hurt a pedestrian. Okay, makes sense. Contempt that man, and please don't tase me.
Oh, he's got a knife. It's killing my client. Oh, Jesus. He waited for his opportunity. He sure did.
Don't. Yeah, put both of them in jail, contempt of court. Put Judge Shannon in LV. Thank you. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to think to myself. I was just going. Okay, so it's 1, 2. All right. All right. So sorry, counsel. Now I will hear your argument.
Your Honor, in this case, I would like to also point out is in clip 2, in the sequence of events of what we've seen, and the arresting officer testifying. Really, let's just be honest. The officer didn't really see it happen. We cannot rely solely on video clips for probable cause. And Your Honor,
That's part of the rules of evidence.
I understand, Your Honor, but also to the act and second degree murder has to have a wide range of merit, right? So we see. Sorry, 1 second.
Robbie, sit down. Robbie, sit down.
We see the second degree murder is the act of intentionally or knowingly causing death. The defendant, I just don't believe that it meets the threshold of the intent to harm. We can go for, let's say, aggravated assault, but I don't believe that it meets the merit of a second degree murder charge, Your Honor. And just
Sorry, one thing, officer. Can you tell me who is the victim in this case? Who is the defendant accused of murder? Is it Graham Ed, or is it Zakel YRAE, or is it Louis 34133? Like, who's the victim? Hey, somebody sit him down, please. Thank you. The man in the back.
Your Honor, if I may interject.
Oh, and also too, Your Honor.
Hold
Sorry,
on. Nicholas, wait.
Your Honor.
Mr. Joss is the victim? Who is Mr. Joss? What? The defendant is the victim? Well, I don't understand. The defendant is the victim of the shooting? Who?
And this would count in self-defense, Your Honor, if we're talking about.
What?
And
I
Your
am
Honor,
so confused. Who is okay? You brought this man in on second-degree murder charges. Who is the victim of his second-degree murder killing? Let's get that straight.
Your Honor, if I may continue, because
Hold on, I want to.
He's asking questions. Just wait.
The arresting officer first. I am so confused.
Your Honor, can I hold this guy in contempt? He keeps talking.
Mr. Activity, yes, but order of Judge Shen, please. Thank you. Graham Ed is the victim. Okay, thank you. Okay,
Your Honor,
now you may continue, Mr. Sider. Yes, now you.
Thank you. Sorry, my previous argument, I've been writing down things as we go along. So also what you're seeing here is the officer. I just want to point out another flaw in the officer's testimony, there is a lack of independent cooperation. The officer, like I mentioned before, solely relies on video clips sent by individuals involved in the incident. Uh, the reliability of the clips are questionable. Could it have been edited or taken out of context? And also, too, there was no mention.
So sorry, those arguments are well taken. They're just not relevant for the purpose of probable cause. So for these purposes, we're assuming that these clips have been presented in their unedited to.
But don't you believe that there's weapon identification issues, Your Honor? His statement states
I mean,
Mr.
but,
Joshua stepped out of his vehicle armed with, but was that really his weapon, Your Honor? The officer could have easily misidentified the weapon, and this could have raised doubts about the accuracy of his observation. Wouldn't you say so? And
No,
there's
I mean, okay.
and there's no explanation of the condition of the 3 victims. Were they shot before the officer arrived? Were they shot by the defendant?
So I mean, the officer said that the victim in this case, when you could see in 1 minute, 60 seconds of clip number 2 is Graham Ed, and
Yeah, he didn't even know that
Well-
till 5 seconds ago. Let's just be
well,
let's be clear.
I didn't ask him about it. To be fair, I didn't ask him about it, so that's okay. All right. So he said Mr. Joshua attempted a revenge killing not only the suspect, that he was attempting to revenge kill, but also hurt a pedestrian. And by hurt, I assume that he killed him, right? This Graham Ed individual. So, but if you look at clip 1, the guy who actually killed him, this revenge killing, is Zake Y. Ray. Zake Y. Ray, right? So he
And
didn't
wouldn't
actually
you say my
fulfill the
defendant?
intent.
And wouldn't you
Shot
say
and killed
that?
himself.
And wouldn't you say the defendant purely acted in self-defense?
No,
have-
because I don't think he can just go up on the street, drive up to these individuals, and start mag dumping on them. I don't think that's self-defense.
Your Honor, can I approach for 1 moment?
Chambers.
Just me. Hold on. And the officer come, if you want.
Your Honor, can the court congratulate Mr. Rummy on his recent electoral win as Attorney General?
Would you look at that? Congratulations, Mr.
Thank
Attorney General.
you.
Lex.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's great news. Holy, that is amazing.
I'd like to congratulate Matrix OC on his senatorial win.
I would not like to do that.
Really trying here for you, Joshua.
That is huge news. Congratulations, Rummy. Really well deserved. All right. Sorry about that. We're gonna go ahead and continue. Okay. So let's look at the second degree murder statute here, right? It has a whole different sets of things, right? It has the act of intentionally or knowingly causing the death of an individual.
And that
Right.
hasn't been proven even by the
I would agree with you, right? I don't think that that's been proven. Sure, or right, different section here, with intent, serious bodily injury, and commits an act clearly dangerous to human life that causes the death of an individual. Okay, I'm looking at that section in particular. Somebody who commits an act clearly dangerous to human life, right? Which in this case is mag dumping on the sidewalk in front of the local Walmart, that causes the death of an individual, which in this case is the pedestrian Graham Ed, who is just standing there doing nothing. right? Because if he was trying to revenge kill, as we're assuming is true per the officer's statement, that wasn't successful, and he instead
Just misfired, Your Honor.
caught Mr. Graham Ed in the crossfire. So would that not be that second prong of second-degree murder, counsel?
Your Honor, I believe a second-degree murder per statute has to meet three premeditated factors, right? The
Premeditated?
there was no premeditary nature in this case, Your Honor.
It just needs to be. It's a second degree. Here, let me send you the second degree. Oh, I already sent it to you. The second degree murder statute doesn't say anything about premeditation. It doesn't have to be premeditated. It just needs to.
Intent. Malicious intent is the cooperative word for.
I don't think it says malicious intent.
Premeditated, yeah. I believe second-degree murder can be charged as something if you were going to charge for first-degree murder. There is a probable cause of the intent to harm, right? Maliciously, right? That wasn't clearly established in this case, Your Honor.
Is revenge killing not a? I don't understand what the argument is here, right? Like
the argument here is, Your Honor, there's not enough premeditating factors to charge the defendant with second-degree murder. We could agree here of lesser charges, like let's look at involuntary manslaughter, the act of ignoring a known or obvious risk, disregard the life or safety of others, and causes the death of another human life. That could be that's an easier thing to argue for.
Absolutely, but yeah, that's
second-degree murder. There has to be an intent, and no, and like I said, intent maliciously causing the death of an individual, right? So
the statute, the second-degree murder doesn't say malicious. Just to be totally clear.
Well, intentional is cooperative word for malicious, Your Honor. Not gonna testify through the bench, but like I mentioned before, involuntary manslaughter is the right outcome of this case, not second-degree murder, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Take a look. No, I don't see it. I mean, to me at least, I can see the second prong here. He is clearly doing an act clearly dangerous to human life, and in the course of that act, he causes the death of an individual, which in this case is the random guy on the street, right? Because if he was intending to, because officer testified that he was intending to kill Zakarix, who shot him earlier that day.
The officer wasn't even there until he started hearing gunshots. That was.
Well, I know, but they provided him a clip. They provided him a clip, right? The officer can use that
clip that could have been clearly fabricated, Your Honor, in the court of law. You know this better than anybody. Anybody can go and make a clip and easily.
But that's an argument you need to make at trial. That's an argument you need to make at trial, right? This is just the clips that we have before us right now to determine if there's enough probable cause to put this man in jail for the time being. I don't think that this is
Rami, take a seat, brother. Rami, take a seat. Take a seat.
Yeah, so
take a seat, brother. No, take a seat.
What motion? What are you making?
No. Rami,
Your Honor,
Your Honor, hold on, Your Honor. As supervising counsel, Rami will take a seat.
Okay.
Nicholas,
the
thank
defense
you.
counsel needs to get a little bit on.
That's a poll rank for a minute, but
the defense counsel table needs to kind of figure this out. Okay. Right. So, like what I was saying, he's trying to kill Zachary, right? He kills him instead after he makes the choice. He decides to take his automatic firearm and start shooting in his direction. I mean, that's clearly dangerous to human life. And in that process, he kills the wrong guy. But he made that choice ahead of time. So I don't know. Or the other one, or of commits or attempts
Your
to
Honor,
commit a
wouldn't you
felony
say that
other
the
than
defendant
manslaughter.
could have been engaged in, let's say, a firefight prior before and could have
That's
had?
not what the video shows. The video shows him just pulling his car up and mowing him down. Right?
But the suspect could have been the defendant could have been reacting to an imminent threat, Your Honor, and their actions.
I don't see what threat he could be reacting to because he stopped his vehicle in the middle of Palmer Boulevard.
But it still doesn't make sense. How could you kill
threw the
somebody
firearm
and
and fired
then
at
try to revenge kill, Your Honor? He was already dead. The defendant was dead in cold blood, Your Honor. You can't
It
just
was.
naturally appear and kill somebody.
Well, that's what he did because he got killed and then he decided to go down the street and go kill them back. Right? That's what the officer testified to. No? Is that not like?
First off,
I don't
we
know.
can't really rely. The arresting officers, most of his testimony has been very cloudy and very foggy, Your Honor. I'm not going to really
It
rely.
has been cloudy and foggy. Absolutely. I agree with you. The officer's testimony has been cloudy and foggy, but that still doesn't take away the fact that we've built up the series of events here, and we have 2 video clips to show it, one of which is your client stopping his car on Palmer Boulevard, taking out his submachine gun,
Your
and
Honor,
mowing these
just
people down.
just to point at the manslaughter charge, right? Like I mentioned before, voluntary manslaughter applies if the killing happened in the heat of passion or due to provocation. That's the statute of charging someone with voluntary manslaughter.
I mean, do I think voluntary manslaughter probably would stick better at trial? Absolutely. But do I think that he's necessarily wrong about second-degree murder? Not really. I mean, here, look at the third point here. Or of commits or attempts to commit a felony other than manslaughter. Right? If the officer's saying that he's attempting a revenge killing, attempted murders is a felony, aggravated battery is a felony. I mean, let's see. Unlawful discharge, no, that's a misdemeanor. I mean, there's another whole section of this too that we haven't even explored that's still in the second-degree murder statute. So, I mean, if you have anything else you want to say, now's the time because I'm not seeing I'm not seeing your argument quite yet.
So, Your Honor, I just want to make some. I just want to conclude. The elements of intent, recklessness, or felony murder are not clearly applied. Make second-degree murder an inappropriate charge. And that's where my point's going to stand, Your Honor. I rest my case.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm finding probable cause. This count 1. Let's do.
Your Honor,
at
there
this
will
time.
be moved for consideration, of course, as previously discussed for supervising purposes.
Reconsideration is granted. Your presentation, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Fundamentally, just a key thing that my learning attorney failed to point out here is that the voluntary manslaughter charge is obviously a lesser included offense, and probable cause fits with voluntary manslaughter. As you already pointed out, it fits voluntary manslaughter quite well. We'll concede on that point since the ruling has already been made. It's a grave injustice and fundamentally beyond the scope of this court to continue considering probable cause for second-degree murder based on the lesser included status of voluntary manslaughter. The charges are read both here and at trial, certainly as a whole, right? And that includes the lesser included where, the heat of passion is, there's not like a lower bar for voluntary manslaughter. There's a mitigating factor of heat of passion. And accordingly, we respectfully request that the courts withdraw its finding of probable cause for second degree and instead instate a finding of probable cause for voluntary manslaughter, as it is
Well,
the more
as I
correct
said
charge.
earlier, as I said earlier, I think voluntary manslaughter would be a more correct charge, right? I think if this was a trial, I think I'd be more inclined to go with that one.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I don't necessarily see how second-degree murder is wrong. Sure, if you look at the first prong, if it's just
I'm happy to expand on that a little bit, Your Honor. It's not necessarily that charge A is wrong. It is the fact that charge B, being a lesser included offense, compels the court to find probable cause for that offense, based on not only the principles of justice and equity at large, but also the longstanding precedent of lesser included charges to prevail in courts of law. Nobody is saying, that there's not probable cause for any number of crimes under the code. All we're saying is that there is probable cause for voluntary manslaughter, and because it is included under the homicide umbrella, the court is essentially compelled in the interest of justice and based on the past holdings of the court to proceed with voluntary instead of second degree.
I don't know the court's necessarily compelled to do that. I mean, sure. I think if the officer would like to amend, I think that would be in the best interest, absolutely. But I think if he's going to present me with second-degree murder, I'm going to give a binary yes or no on whether I think that's appropriate or not.
Your
and I think
Honor.
in this case, it is appropriate. No.
Your Honor, we have been going for over an hour. Please
Okay.
request
On this
that
one
you-
guy?
Let's go to sleep.
The bail hotel will suspend. The counsel for the defendant will continue.
While the court, sure, Your Honor, you say the court should provide a binary yes or no. That is not what the court did even like 2 cases ago. The court held, and tried to impose a lesser included. You thought it was lesser included. It was not. But the point stands, right? That when the lesser included is more appropriate, it ought to be imposed there, not on the higher charge, where probable cause is, undoubtedly a little bit dubious, anyways.
I mean, I think the probable cause. I mean, I tried to impose the lesser because there was no probable cause for vehicular assault, so I went with reckless driving instead because there was no probable cause for the top charge. In this case, I'm saying there is probable cause for the top charge. Yet you guys want me to still impose the lesser included? Like I don't understand why we need to do that.
That's the court. That's the court's role under the general principles of justice, Your Honor.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I think if the officer,
Does this court believe in justice?
Okay, officer, do you
I'll start
want to
grandstanding.
amend your charge from second-degree murder to voluntary manslaughter? Yes or no, please, sir. This is to the arresting officer. No, he does not. Okay, so in this case, I mean, there is probable cause for 3.10. So I think we have to go with that one because that's what the officer is. There is probable cause for that charge. So I think.
Okay, Romy, you're up. Go ahead, sir.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting the full the full treatment here.
Your
All right,
Honor.
let's hear.
Your Honor. Your
Yep.
Honor. We would like to introduce a motion void ira. And just before we get to the actual motion, I'd like to say that the courts in the past have held, for example.
Motion for
to
voir
hear
dire?
the motion.
What?
Yeah, for voir dire.
Sorry, what's the motion that you're making again? Voir dire?
No. I'm not motion. I want you to hear a motion void dire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like orally.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
We would like
What's the
to
motion?
move for a mistrial immediately. Courts in the past,
This is not a
for
trial.
example, yeah, but still, you've entered a ruling and the probable cause hearing itself, the determination of probable cause, is invalid. Also, probable cause determinations have been overseen in the past. I'm asking you to hear the motion right now in a pseudo separate proceeding.
You want me to motion? You're making a motion for a mistrial when we're not having a trial.
No, we just started the trial right now.
What?
Look,
I am
Arthur,
so confused.
this trial can't go forward. You're drunk, Your Honor. For fuck's sake. It's not right. Okay?
Okay. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just hear that. Moving on. We're gonna now move into the penalty phase of the probable cause hearing. Would the defendant please come up to the lectern? All right, sir. So you've been found probable cause of second-degree murder. I just ran your record, and you have you've got no arrests, no citations, and you have a valid RFLID with an AFL, which is surprising for somebody who commits firearms. So I'm going to give you two choices here. Either you can spend your time in the county jail, in which I will sentence you to, or in lieu of that, you can take a bond. A bond essentially is a court fine that I'll issue you, and you can leave today with no record in exchange for paying that money back within 1 hour. So, counsel, I'd like to hear your arguments on what bond should be and if bond is appropriate. So, Mr. Sider?
I'll take it from here, Your Honor. The bond is absolutely appropriate, considering he's now been here an hour and 15 minutes. Which, of course, the defense took our time, but he has been sitting here cooperative throughout. There's no issue with his attendance or with his behavior here, besides talking out of turn. But which defendant doesn't? While bond is absolutely appropriate, the amount ought to be very small at this point. Being here handcuffed for an hour and 50 minutes is certainly punishment enough. And while not having a bond is obviously not an option due to the nature of the offense, Your Honor has made that very clear. A low bond, perhaps below the amount of $400-$500, seems most appropriate based on his compliance and his rather clean record so far.
Okay, thank you. Officer, what's your opinion on bond and conditions and amounts, if any? You agree? Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Namakos. Let me say this to you. So, the facts we got today were pretty disturbing. I mean, you have an AFL, which means that you've applied for it in our community. You have a completely clean record, and it's quite a shame, honestly, to see that you went on this kind of revenge killing of this man who hurt you before. And while I understand this, I don't really understand it. I can empathize with the fact that you were frustrated, but that's certainly not the way that we handle things in our state. It's not something that we should ever do again. So, at the very least, I hope that this is a lesson well learned, and I'm going to be issuing you a bond today in lieu of having you go to jail and receive a record, with the hope that this is something that you will not repeat again, and that instead of going after the person that offended you, you will seek recourse in these courts or with the police. So let's just take it from that, okay? Second degree murder. This is still a felony. This is still willful homicide. So there does need to be some kind of consequence for that. So in lieu of that, I'm going to be issuing you a $1,000 bond for the second degree homicide. I will not be at this time revoking your firearms license, but if the state police do that, then there's still probable cause for it. but that's up to them if they want to face the consequences or not. So let me issue that to you right now. As a condition of this bond, you will pay it in full within 1 hour of its issuance, which would be at 3:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can do so at either the front desk of this courthouse or at the front desk of the Government Annex Building in Palmer. Let me issue this to you. Very good, sir. All right. Again, this is pay it within 1 hour. Do you have any questions for me before I have this deputy cut you loose? We will talk about that in a second, bailiff. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. You can cut him loose. Yes, you can be sworn in, Mr. Attorney General. Congratulations once again. Yes, let me let you. Actually, Mr. Clerk, could you let him into the back room for the where the uniform
Yes,
changer is?
sir.
Okay.
Mr. Rummy.
After we do the after we swear in the Attorney General, let's have a chat with the bar people.
Dude, it's been
About,
so long.
Oh, probable
so
cause
late.
hearings.
Well,
are
how about bar
suspended.
people first? How about bar people first?
I agree. Techie wants to sleep, so I think we do that first.
I'm about to crash out, dude. I'm not even joking.
Okay, well, Mr. Rummy is here, so let's do. He deserves an oath so he can take office and he can fix.
I am going to
Department of
GG
Justice.
steal
So
your
everyone
ass.
sit down. Yes, you may leave. Thank you, sir. All right, everyone sit down. Order. Okay. That include Mr. Rummy, you can take a seat with your escort committee. In the wherever you'd like to be. Okay. I'm calling the special session of the Ridgeway. Sit down. Tell bailiff, can you get these guys to sit down, please? Thank you. Okay. All right, I'm calling a special session of the Ridgeway Superior Court to order for the purpose of administering the oath or affirmation of allegiance and the oath or affirmation of office to the Honorable I'm Not Rummy Attorney General Elect. Will the Attorney General Elect please present himself in the well of the court?
Yo, what's
Okay, Mr.
up?
Attorney General. Hello.
Walter,
All right,
would you be
Mr.
so
Attorney
kind and hold the
General
Bible
Elect.
in my hand?
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Would you be so kind to administer it in game?
Yes. We're gonna do this in VC2 to make it extra special, but say I do to this. Yes, sir. All right. You solemnly swear or affirm that you'll be true and faithful to the state of Ridgeway, and that you will not directly or indirectly do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government thereof, so help you God. And do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will faithfully execute the office of Attorney General for the state of Ridgeway, and will therein do equal right and justice to all persons to the best of your judgment and ability, according to law, so help you God?
Why'd you do it twice?
Congratulations, Mr. Attorney General. It has been truly a pleasure, good sir.
So I have approximately
you.
3 lawsuits to send you. Are your DMs open for service, or like how does that work?
Holy balls.
Okay, bar people, let's go.
I think you're very close to special counsel territory with
Gosh.
those.
All right, bar
Special
people,
counsel
let's go.
territory. Special counsel
Question
for
of the-
who?
Your lawsuits?
I didn't get special counsel. Well, I almost got special counsel.
Also, there
No,
there's
for
a
the
guy
ones you wanna
waiting.
file.
There is a guy waiting for a hearing
Oh.
in lockup. He's exclusively
No,
I'm not doing a hearing. I'm going to bed.
I'm dude.
mainly
You can
talking
book
to
him.
Arthur. here.
Bar people.
Let that dude. How long has that
Tell
dude
him.
in lockup been there?
Dude, just book him.
Well, if he's been in
Let
this
him go.
like 15 minutes. Just let him go.
Just let him go.
Okay. All right. The special session of the Ridgeway Superior Court, for the purpose of administering the oath of office and allegiance, is adjourned. The director of the state bar will take the chair.
No, we are not doing this like that. Just give me your opinions.
Arthur, are you accepting the request for probable cause hearing from this
I
guy
su-
or no?
I
He's been
support
there
it.
for
I
15
support it.
minutes.
You support the admission of Nicholas Snyder?
Yeah. What could go wrong? You
I
know?
support it too. I think while his arguments were probably better to be made at trial. Oh, your client just paid his bond, by the way. Good for him.
Dude, this guy is more zealous than Brenda. Okay, give him a certificate.
I don't want another Brenda.
No, but he's more zealous than Brenda, and like half as stupid. So
And he's not nearly as toxic as Brenda.
correct.
This guy is chill.